Hi, Alla. Nice to see you again. Nice to be here again with you doing this amazing podcast. This week we have a special topic, right? I think.
Yes, we decided that's going to be conversational podcast
Mm-hmm.
because there is a different type of podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to just we we realized that when we just talk,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes in my um, back back of my mind,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I feel that if someone would hear what we talk about,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's going to be useful for them because sometimes we do talk about profound things with
Absolutely.
you. That's
Absolutely.
why I love it so much.
Absolutely.
So and we just can meet each week
Mm-hmm.
and talk about things that happen to us and we just want to talk about.
Absolutely. This week we have a very special topic. I think it's one that anybody could relate to, or at least
Yeah,
a lot of people could relate to, and it's alcohol and it affects how it affects us, right? For some people, like myself, we may think about it like something that's not important or that can easily be overlooked. But if we are living on a conscious level, right, the way we are, we realize that it has a more profound effect on our lives than just what people make it out to be.
exactly. I think it's much more profound, much more meaningful than the people would think.
Mm.
There's something happened to me last week. I'm I must say I'm not a heavy drinker, but I have a very high resistance to alcohol.
Hmm.
So and my body, it's I exercise a lot. I eat very well.
Hmm.
So I usually endure like great amount. I can do a great amount of alcohol.
Well,
Honestly,
well, it's in
that's
your
and you know
genes.
exactly.
It's
I'm
in your
Russian, by the
genes.
way.
It's in your genes.
So sometimes
Hmm.
when our body is so grateful,
Hmm.
we tend to abuse it. And I realized I did it. I my last well, the whole my life
Hmm.
socially, like I would kid myself that I drink socially,
Hmm.
but I started to realize that I started to feel some holes with the
Hmm.
alcohol.
Hmm.
In that level, it's no one wants to be. And
Hmm.
I'm gonna explain how I see it, and I think that this podcast is gonna be this way.
Hmm.
I gonna do my perspective because I do a lot of study. I'm
Hmm.
study a lot about energetic
Hmm.
side of things. I
Hmm.
study Kabbalah,
Hmm.
so I can and explain this topic energetically
Hmm.
speaking,
Hmm.
and then you give your perspective, physiological point of view.
Hmm. Hmm.
So um, I got sick last week.
Hmm.
I've been sick for 2 weeks. It
Yeah.
wasn't very hard, but I was probably dehydrated. I don't like medicine, so I had
Hmm.
um, to use some medicine,
Hmm.
and affected my stomach.
Hmm.
And then I felt better,
Hmm.
not well, but better.
Yeah.
And I went to the party. I went to the lunch.
Hmm.
So I promised myself I wasn't gonna drink
Yeah.
at all, or just a little, like always, just a little, because I wouldn't feel great.
Yeah.
Still, I did. I drink a little, and I then, with the excuse of okay, I'm gonna drink some wine with the lunch, and then well, a little bit more, and then instead of going home early,
Yeah.
I went home so drunk, almost decomposed.
Wow.
So and I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been feeling so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think I never felt that bad in my entire life.
Wow. That's so interesting that you say that because one of the things that I've when I did the research on alcohol, that people don't realize is that just one glass of wine, just one glass, does release dopamine and it does have a link with pleasure. But during that time that you feel relaxed and you feel confident and you start um, just like we say, feeling tipsy, you're more enticed to want to drink more because you want to stay at that with that feeling,
Of course, absolutely.
and you don't want it to go away because it feels so good for that moment. But if we look at alcohol, we look at its origin, we look at its history, we will see that throughout history, it's always been used for its medicinal purposes. For example, when we take,
Even in medicine.
even in medicine,
Yeah, before it's always so the medicine won't go bad,
yeah,
or it
like as a
releases some
preservative,
herbs.
as a
Yeah, and
preserve.
some herbs can release some substance inside of alcohol.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things people don't realize. We'll take, for example, wine, which is one of the most socially used drinks, I would say, and which everybody feels comfortable because it's like, oh, it's just wine, you know, it's not a cocktail, it's not a straight shot of tequila. And reading and doing my research, what I came to the conclusion is that grape juice and grapes are a wonderful source of resveratrol, which is a great antioxidant, and antioxidants in general. They're full of all these medicinal properties, but the alcohol in it is used more like as a preservant, right? So it's used to preserve all those medicinal properties. So what people don't realize is that, yeah, we are getting all the benefits from the grape in that glass because we are not, the alcohol doesn't X out the properties that the grape has. But unfortunately, alcohol in itself is a toxin.
It is. I know. I'm chemical engineer. It is a toxin. That's why. That's why when you drink a lot, how we call it, it's intoxication. It's alcohol intoxication. That's why. Well, I'm gonna give my energetic
Uh-huh. Yeah.
perspective,
Yeah.
energetic perspective.
Yeah.
Um, we are here to consume energies. There is no bad and wrong. Because if you believe in God, if you believe in some in force or light, something perfect can create something it's bad or it's not perfect. So everything is good. Everything that God created, everything is good. We're here to consume energy. Everything is energy. Food is energy. Alcohol is energy. This conversation is energy. We're exchanging energy.
Yeah.
Someone when someone watch us, this person gonna receive
Yeah,
energy.
that is, this what you're saying is scientifically proven, right?
Yes.
Because there's this gamma waves that are not seen, that are in the trees, that are flowing through our brains as we speak. If we had the right equipment, we will be able to see all of that. So yes,
Yeah, everything
absolutely.
is energy.
Yeah.
A look, it's energy. A word, it's a lot of energy. Conversation, it's a lot of energy released. Um, in people, we got addicted to energy because there's two sorts of energy. There's a permanent or the good source that's direct from God, and there is some all the study that explains how it's not exactly direct, how we can access it, and then there is not bad energy, but energy that's not permanent.
Temporary.
It's very temporary. So the direct flow of energy, the good energy, it's a very steady flow. So you receive it and you always feel joy. You not feel euphoric,
Yeah.
probably never.
Yeah.
But you're joyful. You're joyful and peaceful. And I'm explained it in very
Superficial level.
superficial, like very simple level. But other sources of energy, let's say temporary energies.
Mm-hmm.
Food,
Mm-hmm.
you
It's
eat, then
temporary.
you're hungry again.
Yeah.
And but the better the food,
The
like a
better the
source of energy,
quality.
the better the quality.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
lasts longer. It doesn't
Absolutely.
go up and down like
Absolutely.
carbohydrates,
Yep.
simple ones,
Mm-hmm.
like sugar. It goes up and it goes down.
Right.
So even our emotions, like an anger, it's a lot of energy.
Absolutely.
It goes up and goes down.
Yeah.
Drugs goes up and goes down. Very, and as more you got addicted
To
to
that.
one or more sources of energies,
Mm-hmm.
the peaks are higher and the lows it's faster and very, very profound.
Absolutely.
That's why I got worried, because after being through some emotional hard times, I
Mm-hmm.
found that alcohol, it's not just for me, like to accompany a good meal.
Mm-hmm.
I I started to
You
feel I
find it
needed
an
it.
energy
I
source,
needed it.
a source of energy.
I needed it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you found yourself, when any source of energy, anger, sex, sugar, alcohol, you needed it.
Mm-hmm.
You
You're
you
not
feel your free will. You lose your free will. When
absolutely.
you lose your
You
free
become a
will,
slave
exactly,
to it.
you're
Mm.
going back to Egypt.
Yeah, absolutely. And this can be, this can be proven scientifically because we know that the brain works on a set of pathways that have been developing since the 35th day of conception. Imagine, even before we are born, our brain is already making those neurological connections, which our body and our minds, I might say, our minds work on throughout our lives, right? So then our brain is always going to look to recreate that
Yes.
experience because there's already a pathway. And depending on how much we have fed that, that's how deep it's embedded. I mean, if we could look at it like a fertile ground, and we like start making lines with, craving it with a shovel, and we make a line here deep, and it goes like that, and it goes like that. The deeper, deeper, and deeper, and longer it is, the more harder it is going to be for me to realize that I'm in that, right? Most people don't even realize
Yes.
that. So
And
for yeah, go ahead.
yeah, energetically speaking, if you used to always eat sugar, you're probably gonna feel very, very bad for a long time when you start to 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 eat different kind of food or consume different kind of energy,
Absolutely.
because you got addicted. So
Absolutely.
the first you need detox, and
Absolutely.
detox are hurtful. Detox are, it's, you're gonna be in pain,
Yeah.
you're gonna be probably suffering, but the thing is, when you suffer, when you're in pain,
Yeah.
that uh, make you closer to the real source of light.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the more you say this, the more it leads me to think about how I even got introduced, or I got into the world of non-alcoholic beverages, because for me, even that one social glass of wine that I was doing became so, like, this, the effects, the secondhand effects from the next day, especially during my parenting years of with small kids, where I realized I'm not as assertive, I'm not as conscious, I'm not as present. So then I started connecting with that, and I said, oh, let me look for a substitute for this, for my social gatherings, right? Because that's where most of the pressure is put on us when we're in a
Of
social
course, of
place,
course.
and
And the
whenever,
people start to say, "Oh,
oh,
just a glass of wine. Ay, don't be so boring. No,
exactly.
don't be so."
Exactly. And
It's pressure.
it's so funny because I've been doing non-alcoholic wines and mocktails not that long. I want to say like maybe 6 months now, and it's really funny because people in the beginning they'll be like, "Oh, you're not drinking," but then once the effects of alcohol have taken over them, they don't even realize
Okay.
that I'm not drunk when they are, right?
Yes.
So it just makes it so fun. And then the next day, I wake up and I feel so
Yes.
refreshed and I feel
Yes.
so revived. Meanwhile, they're going
And
through
it's
their
wonderful how you start to listen to your body, because
absolutely.
your body told you no
Yeah.
more.
Oh.
Try different things. And I'm very grateful to my body, very resistant in body. It told me no more.
Yeah.
So when I was in 4 o'clock in the morning, I was literally dying.
Mhm.
I told I spoke to God and to the Creator,
Mhm.
and I asked Him, please make this feeling of sickness go away. I
Mhm.
never ever go drink alcohol again. I swear.
Mhm.
And it did. In a couple of hours, I slept for 24 hours.
Yeah, you told
I
me that.
slept for 24 hours.
You told me
My
that.
body was intoxicated
Mm.
and went to the deep, deep detox.
Mm.
I felt like shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. But then I woke up and said, okay, I'm gonna try different lifestyle.
Well, a lot of young people curiously are also discovering this. That you said, I did some research since I'm a business major, and then I went and I looked at a couple of sites that are saying that between the years of 2023 and 2030, the sales in non-alcoholic beverages are expected to high rise because a lot of younger people are more conscious, they're more
We're in the
aware.
age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
We're in revolution, mind,
Well,
spirit, and like conscious revolution.
well,
We're gonna feel it,
and
hopefully.
this to me has been a great thing because having more options out there for us, seeing that you can go to the grocery store and you have a large variety of
Let's do a
non-alcoholic.
plug in. When it's about workshop, your workshop.
Oh, my workshop is going to be on August 20, I mean October
August.
20. Oh, I'm a little bit. October, no, November 28th. Yeah,
Okay,
November 28th.
okay.
That's going to be the topic, mocktails. And
For the holidays,
for the,
mocktails for holidays.
yeah, don't
Okay.
feel left out.
Yes,
Don't feel left
and we're
out.
gonna record it. And we're gonna then show
Share
it. Yeah,
some
share it.
recipes
Yes.
because it's so nice and you still have that cute cup because I'm gonna make them like the real with the little flower and the
I'm so excited to
salt.
learn. I'm so excited. I'm excited to learn. Yesterday I went for the drink with the friends,
Yeah,
with friends,
yeah.
and they couldn't believe I wasn't drinking.
Oh, this
So
is,
I still have to make excuses.
yeah.
I still have to say, oh, I'm still not well, blah blah blah.
So they don't pressure you.
But I drank 2 bottles of mineral water,
Nice.
and then when they started to feel tipsy, I suddenly felt so good. I felt
Right.
so sharp, so relaxed.
Right. I love
I
it.
didn't have to overeat because alcohol make you overeat
Overeat
and eat things
because
that
it
you don't need to.
right.
So I wasn't even hungry. And then I went home. I went to sleep. Today in the morning, I was like I said, so sharp, so relaxed, and I felt so well, so hydrated instead of
Oh,
absolutely dehydrated.
dehydrated. Yeah. Well, I'm so glad that we really got out here to do this
Yeah, we
podcast.
was about to do it in Cafe Franco. It's a beautiful new place in here in Pornunciatura,
Yep.
but it was so noisy.
It was.
So over here in the park, beautiful. So we decided to do the podcast in different places and
Yes,
show you, and we the podcast show the beautiful places here in San Jose, Costa Rica, right?
absolutely. So Costa Rica has some wonderful places, and this new
Maybe we
Cafe
do some
Franco.
in the beach.
Yeah,
We should do.
this new Cafe Franco is really nice, and anybody who's looking for a new spot here in
Yeah,
San Jose,
it's
we tell
beautiful.
you to come and visit it.
and have a great variety of very
The
healthy,
options. Yeah.
gluten-free, sugar-free
And our
options for
favorite
breakfast.
golden milk.
Golden milk.
Well, thank you for watching.
Next
We'll
time,
see you guys next time.
we maybe we should keep this topic of toxic energies. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
we should do the topic of sex,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
sex and lust,
Yeah,
right?
maybe.
Yeah,
That's a nice
yeah.
one.
That's
That's
a
a
nice one.
pretty
Next week.
profound one.
Yeah, next week. See you guys next week,
Bye.
and find us on YouTube. By
Yep.
now, just on YouTube.